So what is the energy dynamic in the process of releasing belief that resistant in nature while in a high-flight disk? I want to understand. Today is the first time I heard you saying that while you're in a high-flying disk, it's a perfect opportunity to get the source perspective.
Well, this is the distinction that high-flying disk provides. Did you understand her question? It's a really good one. We were talking earlier about how when you hold strong beliefs, that those beliefs have a momentum that is going to carry them. But when you have been on the high-flying disk consistently enough that you are really stable there, then you can introduce formerly resistant subjects into the equation without losing your connection. And in doing so, leave those beliefs in a new place where they don't hinder you anymore. Sounds like the magic pill, doesn't it? And it sort of is. So the way you do it is by not caring about it and not thinking about it, but just by being on the high-flying disk, understanding that the source within you will deliver to you the thought impulses that are most likely to move for you in this moment. In other words, it's part of that trust thing again. Do you accept when we say that your inner being is in that vibrational vortex, that your inner being knows all that you have vibrationally become, knows everything that you want, and knows where you stand in relationship to it?
Yes.
And have you heard us say, and do you accept, that your inner being will lead you along the path of least resistance to help you live the results that you are looking for?
Yes.
And does it follow that part of that path may very well mean releasing some resistance on some subjects?
Yes.
So isn't it therefore logical that your inner being, knowing that you're stable, might introduce or inspire a thought to you that formerly would have been detrimental because you were so unsteady that you couldn't find your balance about it, but now that you are steady, can introduce that thought, knowing that you are stable, knowing that you will now leave that thought in a different place?
Yes.
Bending
Yes.
beliefs, bridging beliefs,
Yes.
modifying beliefs, deliberately creating.
Okay.
You see, there's a feeling that, and we take credit for having given it to you, but it's a flawed premise that you have arrived at, and so we are eager to sort of clean it up. When we say that you create your own reality and that you get what you think about, and so we want you to think as many positive, good feeling thoughts as you can, we don't want you to then begin to isolate yourself by being afraid of someone who might introduce a negative thought to you. And in the beginning, we were talking earlier about how you say, I create my own reality, and then you say, I create my own reality. And you say, and often you would say to us, Abraham, I really like feeling good, and I really like being the deliberate creator, and I think I've got it, but those people at work are so negative. And so there is a sort of almost fear of contamination. Someone talked yesterday about being infected by something, and so there's almost a fear of being contaminated by some thought that you're not wanting, which then, if you believe that, leads you into more and more seclusion, which is the opposite of what we are encouraging. We don't want you to be guarded about negative thoughts. We want you to be so invincible, so impervious to them, so immune to them because of what you've got going on, that you're not afraid, so that when the rug merchant shows up with an agenda that is really not the agenda that you have, that your high-flying disc will prevail, and that the outcome that you really want will be what happens, which is what happened to you.
Right. Yes. Yeah. Thank you for that.